Hey, welcome back into today's video. Another terrible person on TikTok trying to manipulate you again. KhalieTheFlowerGirl is a dry beggar. Do not give this person money. She used her dying dog to guilt people for money. Not $1 went to that poor thing. And even worse, she faked a pregnancy for clicks and views. Someone even donated baby clothes. Her house burned down? GoFundMe. Alleged essay? GoFundMe. She was even involved in an investigation, giving meds to a young girl at school who almost didn't make it. And Khallie just turned 18 years old. This is one of the filthiest situations I've ever covered on this channel. In today's episode of Exploring TikTokers. Oh my God. Before we start this video, I've been away for a while, so if you guys could do me a favor and just engage by doing some likes and comments. Comment something awesome down below and I will heart it. Maybe I shouldn't say that because then I have a lot of hearting to do. It'll help promote the video out in the algorithm. Now, of course, if you guys are unfamiliar, she's got a TikTok named KhalieTheFlowerGirl, also goes by Spider Lily, with over 4,000 followers and 17.9 million likes. She says, just call me Lily, but for this video, I'm going to be calling her Khallie because that's her real name, I believe. I think it's like Kalikla. I'm not 100% sure. If you do know, let me know in the comment section below. Now, the majority of her content is her cleaning up situations because that's the thing that she does, and also just saying, give me money. And she also tells really tragic stories that usually have a GoFundMe attached to them. Yes, this is regular content. She also has an Instagram with over 200,000 followers. She also has a link tree attached to both of these social medias, and there's a little bit of controversy going on in that. If we click through to it, it's got multiple different types of ways that you can send her money. And a newer addition is the spicy content. One serious thing that's been alleged about this is that she is trying to sell pictures of her when she was under the age. That's not good. Her first video is her making, what is it, like a gingerbread house? A s'mores gingerbread house or something like that?
I mean, am I just doomed to be the person that I am? The person in that book?
You'll see users commenting things like, you still have time to turn your life around. You just have to want to do better. It's never too late to change. Girl, you have so much time and you are so young. And you got a lot of people saying things like this because she is only 18 years old. It is a tragic situation. As we break it down, you'll see what I mean. And at the same time, don't give this person any money. I swear to God, don't do it. I'm telling you. She's got this playlist here called Clean with Khallie. And in general, these are the videos that sort of blew her up on the platform, which was her cleaning her house that was in terrible shape. Like this one, TW Bugs. Oh, that one's become a part of the wall. Other one's titled, This is What My Family Sees Every Day, hashtag background character. And this is just videos of her cleaning. And the caption says, me being the background character in everyone's life who just cleaned, which is like very sad, honestly. Khallie deletes a lot in these situations, so there's a couple of big sources that sort of document everything. One of them is a Reddit page called Khallie Spider Lilies. And apparently it's actually created after Preston's biological brother, who I'll introduce to you in just a second. Preston is the on again, off again boyfriend who has some issues. There's also this YouTube channel called Spider Lily Khallie Livestreams Archive that has quite a bit of archived information. And I've also dug really deep on Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We went there. Also, their primary sources that they try to collect money from, you need to know about. She uses GoFundMe. This one was for a car. She begs online like this, begs for Ubers. She'll do Cash App, Venmo, of course, PayPal, PO Box, wish lists, cameos. I even seen one where they sent digital flowers in the form of money. A lot of different unique ways. Also, I want to say that this is someone who appears to seek out difficulties for themselves with the intention to monetize specifically. Also, it's pretty obvious to me that this person is probably a product of their environment. The childhood didn't appear to be that well. There seems to be a lot of neglect from what I can see. Not good stuff. But it's important to note that this is not an excuse to hurt other people. It's just an explanation as to why a person is hurting other people, even themselves. That being said, we're going to start at the beginning of this situation and break things down as we move through it. From her cleaning videos, you can see the environment's not good. She's the only one that appears to be cleaning, or at least that's the narrative that's being put forth. Something that really concerns me is the black mold in this AC that is not healthy at all. That's disgusting, man. Look at that. That's terrible. She doesn't even have a door. It's like she goes to lock it, but it's basically just cardboard anyways. So obviously this is a disgusting living situation for any child, very neglectful, and makes sense why CPS was said to have visited. She posted this. It said, "Do not call. I am 17. Please leave me alone. I am safe. My proof that CPS has been here. Please don't spread hate. I am going through a lot right now. Hashtag For You page." I think a lot of people overlook the fact that when people post things like this on the internet, they want other people to see it, even if it's a young girl posting things and she's not even 18 yet. It's difficult for me not to see. It's like hashtag For You page, hashtag For You, hashtag smile, hashtag, you guys let me know what you think below, but it seems like content's content. And that's not to say that these situations are not tragic or neglectful or bad for her, because they are, and it's obvious. And black mold is not good, especially if you have underlying conditions, which this girl claims that she has. Let's take a look at those. Now, there's a large list of things here. I don't think that all of these are diagnosed, but let's go through these. Medical conditions, mental illnesses, or other ailments Khalie has claimed to have experienced. Now, this is anecdotal. Mania, emetophobia, OCD, bipolar, anxiety, anorexia, the list goes on. You can pause to read here. The emetophobia, I believe, was confirmed. I think I've seen medication bottles, but it's something that she is attempting to spread awareness of. She has a playlist called that, and in her link tree, she has, it says emetophobia awareness sufferer. And if you guys don't know what this is, emetophobia is a phobia that causes overwhelming, intense anxiety pertaining to throwing up. This specific phobia can also include subcategories of what causes the anxiety, including fear of throwing up, being thrown up on, or seeing others throw up. She also kept a recovery journal where she would write down the emotions that she was feeling throughout the day while dealing with this. That's some tiny writing. And to compound the difficulties of this issue was her diet. Oh yeah, here's the pill bottle. It says take twice a day for throwing up. In one TikTok, she shares what she eats in a day usually. What I eat on a good day while struggling heavily with emetophobia. She says she chews a lot of gum, 3 muffins, and a hearty plate of pickles. And then I had a PB&J later in the night. Hashtag what I eat in a day. Now, to be fair, if I ate muffins, pickles, and gum, I think that I would be nauseous. I really feel like most of us would be nauseous. Stack that on with the fact that she actually has a disorder that's supposed to make her nauseous. I bet she feels like crap. She uses creative outlets like journaling and poetry, and she even creates songs. And this gives us a sort of glimpse inside her mind and what all these conditions have, how they've affected her. In one song called Holy Water. Now, I don't think I can play this for copyright. I don't know if there is copyright, but I'm just going to read you some of the lyrics from this song. It's been 17 years of living in a house where no one really cares about you. I'm roommates with the roaches and there's mold in the bathroom. The teeth are falling out, 14 with dental abscesses, won't get mental help till I'm in a mental crisis. Take my medication and I'll try to be stable, but I've got more medication than food on the table. Jesus Christ, empty stomach doesn't mix well with the pills. Oh my God, that's terrible. If you beg for help, then baby, maybe someone will. Oh, I will suffer because my parents' mental health. 17 really dumb, 17 no income. It's just really sad. Now, personally, I believe she gravitates towards cleaning because, well, she's the only one that is cleaning, and she ended up with a job cleaning, as you'll see later in the video, but I believe it's to acquire some semblance of control, since again, she is the only one cleaning. So apparently she went away for 4 days, and when she came back, it was a complete mess. And it looks like, if you just take a look at it, it looks like they just intentionally left out stuff, made the place dirty. Even worse, she attempted to make a sign asking other family members to help keep the house clean. And they responded like this: nah. But it gets worse. Apparently she was expelled from school for allegedly almost causing a classmate to leave the earth.
Get ready with me to go to my little sister's graduation. I'm actually not allowed on any school property in my county because I had motion sickness pills whenever I was 15. So I am expelled from every school in the county. But I don't give So you can't stop me from going to my family's graduations. My little sister's graduating the 6th grade today, and my little brother will be graduating the 6th grade next year.
Now, obviously, that post left out an abundance of information, and people, obviously, being people, were very curious. So she posted another video going into a little bit more detail.
And this is the story of how I got expelled from school. Now, I kept medication on me at all times. I continue to do that. I would always get motion sickness on the bus, so for years I would carry motion sickness meds with me. And when anybody asked me for medication at school, I was a little slow and did not think about it. But I'd give people Tylenol for headaches, ibuprofen for headaches. I'd help people with their cramps, whatever. And I would do anything just to feel like I was helping people. Well, that was going to backfire pretty bad later, when a girl who I was ex-friends with overdosed on campus. After her overdose, I had a lot of friends come forward and say that I gave her the medication, saying they saw me give her the medication, which never happened. I didn't give her anything. Anyways, I was checked at school, where they found motion sickness meds and Tylenol on me. I was in a potential murder interrogation because of the allegations. They read my rights to me. They tried to put me on house arrest. I was interrogated, asked a bunch of questions, and I answered everything 100% honestly. The officer did not build rapport. The officer told me that if I was the one to give her the medication and she dies, I will be charged as an adult for murder, for something that I did not do. And I know you may think that I'm lying, and that's fine, you can think whatever you wanna. But this situation is well blown over now, so I have no reason to lie about it. Anyway, and I already took the punishment for it. Anyways, they expelled me from school because they have a zero tolerance policy for medication.
That's weird because the first video that she put out, she didn't say all this. She just simply said,
I'm actually not allowed on any school property in my county because I had motion sickness pills whenever I was 15. So I am expelled from every school in the county.
saying you were expelled from school because you carried motion sickness pills is different from saying that you almost potentially offed a classmate. So she has a terrible living situation. She's now expelled from school, so she has to stay home more in that terrible, neglectful living situation. So naturally, people wanted to help. I believe at this point, she started asking the internet for money, new AC and things like this. And one user said, okay, you made money off this TikTok, go buy a new one. To which she responded saying,
Ma'am, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. TikTok terms of service state that you must be at least 18 years old to become a creator and earn money on the platform. However, users under 18 can still build a following and create content that can be used to reach out to brands when they are older. Don't make money off of TikTok yet. I will when I'm 18 in October. I'm a minor, I cannot go live. I'm a minor, therefore I cannot use Facebook Marketplace. I really hope this helped. Please don't judge too soon. I physically choose not to educate myself on black mold because I don't want to scare myself. I will educate myself on it whenever I'm out of this environment. I am a hypochondriac. My air conditioner scares the shit out of me, I promise you. Just as much as it scares you. But whenever you're sleeping by it every night, you kind of get used to it. I'm sorry to the people who find me disgusting. That's just how every AC in the house looks. I have a new air conditioner on the way. It should be here this week. Thank you to the woman who bought it for me. My black mold air conditioner should be gone within the next 2 weeks. I don't know when the package comes. Thank you for listening.
so this is how it begins. The origin of all that is wrong, the e-beggery, the give me money please. This is the start of it. And there were several of these, I'm told, before the age of 18. So now I'd like to take this time to say that you could just easily lie about your age on TikTok. They're not going to find out. TikTok is made for attention, not truth. The algorithm doesn't verify claims. It promotes what hooks, and audiences don't question a compelling story if it fits what they want to believe. A viral lie, in fact, can convert into real money, course sales, brand deals, value. Well, at least until it's exposed, and that's why critical thinkers like you exist, because you stand out and question the frame, not just the content. Let's talk about something undeniable in this situation. A very sketchy man named Preston. Khallie claims to have met an older man when she was 16 named Preston. This is Preston in case you're curious.
How do we meet? He watched my TikToks when I was 16. Followed me on Snapchat. We became friends. And afterward, a little bit of that too.
She was 16. Added her on Snapchat, they say. You know, he would eventually become her social media manager and boyfriend. You're not surprised, but Preston has some alleged things. One user says, Preston groomed me when I was 14. He was 18 to 19. This is the young lady here. She provides a couple pictures with her and Preston. I feel sick reliving all of this every time I see anything about what's happening to Kaylee. So here's my story. In 2021, one of my friends from high school sent me his Snapchat. I added it and we started talking. I knew at the time that it was weird being 14 talking, making friends with an 18-year-old. This was before his birthday, but I pushed that to the side since he didn't seem like a threat. We began texting frequently and it started off with him messaging me about music, sending me stuff that he's made, and it transitioned into him talking about his interests, asking me mine. Then it moved on to him asking me frequently for pictures of my face without filters. He knew I was insecure. Then it turned into him asking pictures of my feet. Oh, he's one of those. And eventually into him pressuring me into sending him a foot fetish type pictures and videos, which I did. I told myself I would take that to the grave with me because I was so utterly embarrassed and mortified with myself for sending him the videos and pictures I did. After he got tired of feet pictures and videos, he started pressuring me into sending inappropriate images of myself. Of course, at first I said no. But he would love bomb me, manipulate me, anything he could to get me to let my guard down and give in. Eventually, I did just that. I gave in and sent him inappropriate images of myself even though I knew it was wrong, both morally and legally. Interestingly enough, you'll hear Kaylee talk a little bit later in the video and alludes to the inappropriate pictures on his phone that he should get rid of. Pattern? After I sent those pictures, I went to school and heard girls talking about things only those who saw the pictures of me would know. I went to the resource officer crying, asking him what to do because I was afraid these pictures would somehow get spread around the school. Instead of the resource officer trying to help me and guide me in the right direction, he told me that I would be facing jail time because what I did was illegal. I went home that day and my mom had already been called by said resource officer. She knew everything. She was very upset with me but wanted to press charges on him. That was until I told her that the resource officer had told me about potentially facing legal consequences. After she found out that, she dropped all charges against him. This is only a portion of what happened to me, but this is a super long post and I highly doubt anyone will read all of this. I just feel heavy amounts of guilt knowing I could have put him behind bars and didn't. I live with this in the back of my brain every day, and seeing what Kaylee is going through makes me feel sick. I hope that if she sees this, that she knows she can get away from him. She can do it. I believe in her. I just don't want her to end up not alive. But that's not the only one. Here's some additional alleged things and general just creepy things. So this is Preston here with the anime girl profile picture. People have been pointing that out as creepy. Probably. He says, what grade? They say 10. Is that different in NC? Don't think so. I don't know because 10 in Georgia means sophomore. Yes. And then he says, oh yes, swag, I'm not in school, LMAO. And then here he talks about a girl where he says the PUSSY was fired though. Here he's talking about kissing the pain away and they're like, okay. And he's like, oh, for real? For funsies? Oh, worm. On the lips though? Funsies. Would you? I guess. And then he asks, are you male or female? Or in better words, do you have a thing downstairs? They say, I don't know. They say, why do you want to know? He's like, because I'm curious. They say they do indeed have something downstairs, to which he says, that's awesome. One user saying, foul as hell. Another girl posted some screenshots that say, he says, what are you doing? Put your head in my shirt. She says, I'll tickle you. He says, you'll never guess where I'm ticklish. And when I say I lose control, weird face emoji, I can't do it to myself all day long, but the minute I'm touched there, I can't stop laughing and I get sensitive. The person's like, what? And he hearts it and says, yes. She claims he was 21 and she was 17. And Kylie was also aware of these alleged situations.
What I know and what I've seen and what I've dealt with as a person.
You just like straight up say like there's other people came out as like straight up say.
I understand.
Can you say it?
Huh?
Can you just say it?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Other people have come out and claimed, not other people have come out and said that they are victims of testing. Other people have. They have, and I have seen it. And it makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me sick to my stomach.
I have screenshots and everything.
And I want to be in disbelief about it.
And remember the young girl earlier who said that Preston did have inappropriate images of her, which are obviously against federal law. Well, listen to what Kaylee says here.
What the minor says does not matter.
Okay, but listen, if the police were ever involved, I'm saying silent. Like, I can tell them really whatever, but there's no proof of anything.
Except there's a little bit.
Right?
Except there is a little bit.
And you think nobody gives a fuck?
Sure, nobody gives a fuck, but there are some things that you would probably want to delete if they did get, you know, a search warrant for your phone. Sorry, the dog in the room. I think he's itchy. Amos, go back. Shut up. Anyway. Yeah, if they had a search warrant for your phone, you'd want to, you know, delete some stuff. Because that would be considered CP because it's minor.
Yeah, I'm correct on that thing, so.
I really hope so. The Snapchat ain't so protective.
Well, there's no fucking, nobody's gonna do shit about that.
Yeah, but Preston, after I turn 18, that needs to be gone anyway.
What needs to be gone?
Some videos that you and I took that you might want to delete, that you took of me that you might want to delete, because I was 17 in those recordings, meaning that can be considered CP, and you don't want to get charged with that. You really don't.
Listen, nobody's gonna be doing shit about that.
Okay, but you might want to just to be safe, Preston, you don't know how far people can take it. And if you were to just completely get uninvolved with me, that doesn't even matter at that point. That's still stuff that needs to be off of your phone.
It doesn't even matter if you remove it. They can still pull it back.
Well, you would really hate to have that on your record, Preston, and that would suck to have on your record, and it would suck to get jobs if that's on your record. So it's best if you start.
I was gonna go and drive myself to the police station as a child.
What, you gonna turn yourself in and be like, hey, fuck the minor? Like, what you gonna do? So. If you want to talk to my mother.
So alleged illegal images on his phone that he doesn't seem to be denying. Well, listen to this song she wrote. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. Well, the lyrics basically say that it's extremely graphic. Apparently, he did some forcing, and I can't even give you the details because YouTube will take this video down. She talks about how he would feed her Plan Bs and be violent about some actions. Oh my God, you don't even want to hear the words. One user saying poor kid, another saying what, another is saying what the actual, another saying stuff kind of slaps though, clapping hands emoji. Some people are stupid. Okay, so this relationship is not good. Based on what we've seen from this guy, he's not a great person. But this only scratches the surface upon the terrible, terrible things that happen within their relationship, as you'll see. This brings us to the first major GoFundMe scam. It was to help her afford a car so she could leave her really neglectful situation at home. As you can see, it's raised over $10,000. As you can see, it was on behalf of Kaylee Sins, which is not her real last name, and it's organizing this fundraiser on behalf of Emmy Sakure, which is another alias of Kaylee's. So people should have questioned that, but they didn't. The GoFundMe was linked to actually Preston's bank account, so he took the money and purchased a car in his name. And then they went on vacation together. So according to this timeline here that was posted on Reddit, it says 3 GoFundMe campaigns were created for Kylie. The first was to help her move out when she turned 18. That raised more than $800. The second was to buy and maintain a car. That raised more than $10,000 that we saw. The third was to move out and gain independence. In total, it was more than $21,000. Preston, under a different name, was named the beneficiary of the GoFundMes. An estimated 95% of the $21,000 raised went directly to Preston's bank account. And of course, this is a scam because we've seen that who it was created for and on behalf of, and it didn't say anything about Preston at all. So Kaylee and Preston went on a vacation, hotel, motel hopping while Kaylee was still underage, spending almost all of the $21,000 of GoFundMe money. Kylie later claimed that she thought she still had $3,000 left, but everything else was gone. She said she didn't realize how fast money was being spent because Preston controlled the funds. When concerns about the spending were raised, comments were deleted and people were blocked. And complimenting this was an apology that was issued by Khallie, where she says, I don't want him to have to drive back today. Frowny face. He doesn't have much money. User says that's his problem. He had plenty beforehand. She says, I know he did. Then it was all spent on hotel. Apparently that's my fault, which of course partly is. User says, no, stop. She says, I didn't understand how much anything costed. He was access to all of it and didn't see the prices. He just booked everything. I don't know, but it's still my fault. I know. She goes on to say, I thank you for that. I understand not agreeing with my decisions. Honestly don't either, and always regret almost everything I do. All the money that was spent, I'm so effing regretful. The moment he bought a car, I was so dreadful. I just wanted to see him. He got mad at his dad, so came to Tennessee to see me. Then we spent lots of money on vacation. I really do regret it. I guess it's easy to spend money that's not yours. I was so lucky to have that many people care. Then I trusted him, frowny face. User says, $21,000 could have gotten you a down payment on a house of your own, girl. She also uses the excuse that he controls the wish list. She says, I hardly touch my wish list. He does it all for me now. If I vocalize, I'm about to do it. And I don't know, Jinx. I can't explain. User says, do you think that's fair to your supporters? Them buying things thinking it's for you and it's not, it's for him? One thing you're going to see in this video is that Khallie has an excuse for everything and nothing is ever her fault, while also saying she knows it's her fault. She does this pity party thing where she excuses herself of accountability while at the same time saying, I know everything's my fault, while at the same time also saying, it was somebody else's fault. She goes into more detail with a video response that I swear to God, a 5-year-old could have made better sense.
More in depth of what really went on, and I guess I'm gonna start. Fuck, it feels so weird talking to a camera. God. I guess I'm gonna start off by saying I didn't think that I could make my own bank account, and you know who wanted to help me set up a GoFundMe. So he linked it to his bank account. So every donation that I got went straight to him in his bank account.
So I'm going to attempt to make some sense of this. Apparently she's saying she didn't think she could make a bank account because she was under the age 18, I'm guessing. I think that's fair, okay.
And I didn't know how much money I had, other than whenever I'd look at the GoFundMe and actually like look at the screen and see what was on there. But other than that, I didn't know what was on, like how much money I really had. Nor can I like really grasp how much money that was. That was like a year's worth of salary. It's like someone's salary. Like that was a shit ton of money.
What? Are you saying that you didn't know how much money you had until you looked to see how much money you had and then you knew how much money you had?
Of course, whenever he came, I was 17, he was 22. Of course, whenever he came, I wanted to see him for longer. He was booking places for $600 a week. I never booked a single place, but I also never had access to my money. And I am not trying to take away accountability in this situation, because I know I should be held accountable, and I am more sorry than anything to everyone and anyone who felt like they had to donate to me.
What you're saying is that you're the minor and he's the adult. You did ask him to stay, which you feel responsible for because it resulted in him spending large amounts of money. But because he's the adult, you expected him to be more responsible with your money. Well, other people's money.
But apparently I'm manipulative and I'm a liar. And that shit really gets to my head. Either way, fuck, man. Yeah, we blew like $18,000 in a month. And I didn't even get to see it all go away.
So I'm going to explain this. Being under the age of 18, she could not link a bank account to her GoFundMes. Someone over 18, the boyfriend in this case, had to be the legal recipient of the donations. Ethically and publicly, she is complicit because she helped promote false narratives. People believe fully that the funds were going to her. Had they known it was going to Preston's bank account, they wouldn't have donated. It's that simple. But no one looked into it to verify. Claims of ignorance are hard to verify, especially if she benefited from any of the money. One user asked, did you not go on vacation with the original money? She said, I went out, like the money intended. I left, I came back, I'm still using the same money. There's no way y'all believe all of that money was spent in a month. Another user saying, you said it was spent. Sorry, am I misremembering? That was Khallie lying about the money, forgetting she made a video admitting that she spent all the money. Going back to the subreddit ran by Preston's brother, he uploaded a phone call with his brother where Preston admits to quite a bit.
I just don't understand like why you feel the need to have to talk to a 17-year-old girl, Preston. I read the whole Reddit thread. Apparently you guys went on a vacation and she had like $21,000 on her card and now she has $3,000. I basically need you to tell me, what have you done with this girl? Have you had sex with this girl?
No.
Is that a lie?
I'm not going to explain any information that does not need to be said.
Preston, you realize that's illegal. That's a felony, right? You realize there's people trying to get police involved on Reddit and all this stuff?
I know you know what's going on. It's been going on for months.
You're grooming this girl that is in a poor situation, and you've used her money to buy yourself a car and pay for insurance and all this stuff. Like, why do you think this is okay? Like, I'm coming to you brother as brother, because this is fucked up, Preston.
So you're going to see multiple times in this video that Kaylee lies about things. She self-admittedly lies about things. And we already know that Preston runs the Amazon wish list as well. Let's take a look at those lists. So on the Amazon wish list here, Manatee popcorn machine, $150. Laptop, $449. Mini toaster. I got a LCD digital coin microscope. That's actually pretty cool. Some Dr. Martens for her. Got an adult scooter. Got some headphones for him. Got some perfume. Viva La Juicy. Victoria's Deluxe mini fragrance trio. I mean, you can see that what this is. Obviously, she's benefiting from these scams and at the same time blaming somebody else.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about everything that I went over yesterday because I don't feel like it was good enough and I don't want to be called any names, so I'm going to take off my bonnet even though my hair looks like shit. Basically, a bunch of people think that I manipulated others out of money. I hope you know that the only time that I mentioned my GoFundMe, and every single time that I mentioned my GoFundMe, not to make him look bad, although the only times that I ever mentioned my GoFundMe was whenever I was being told to blast that shit. In every cleaning video, I was being told, hey, make a cleaning video today, and on that cleaning video, you have to talk about the GoFundMe. You have to talk about the GoFundMe, and if you don't talk about the GoFundMe, then this is going to happen. Nobody's going to see your GoFundMe. You're not going to get anything. Oh, and another thing about the GoFundMe, if I wasn't making enough money on the GoFundMe, he'd get mad at me. He'd be like, you're not doing a good enough job making another cleaning video and blast the GoFundMe, and I'd be like, I'd be mad as shit. I'm like, bro, why do you only give a f? I thought you loved.
If that logic held, then every criminal could just send stolen money to their girlfriend, and as long as she cried and claimed she didn't know, she'd walk free. That's not justice, it's a loophole for fraud. This girl faked a pregnancy even, which is despicable. And this is content she posted of her showing a pregnancy test here, and apparently someone zoomed in on it. Here's an actual pregnancy test on the bottom, and it looks like this line here is drawn. And she continued to post about it saying, I literally have to stop drinking energy drinks so I can conceive properly, bro. What the F do I tell my doctor? Help. And then got a little advice thing. And even though she's going to try to play this off like a joke and not a big deal, there was subtle signs like this. Prenatal vitamins on the wish list here. They kind of pointed to and indicated that this was a long pre-planned thing. One user saying faking a pregnancy test, faking losing the baby, and putting prenatal vitamins on your Amazon wish list is crazy work. Another user saying, the balancing wash too. Girl, you don't need that. This is unreal. She's probably going to claim that she's just taking prenatal because it's healthy, as I've seen other girls on TikTok do. She's so exhausting. And here's her explaining how it was just a joke and shouldn't be made into a big deal.
People do pregnancy pranks all the time, and it was kind of like shock content. I didn't expect anyone to really see the 2 lines. I just thought it was like, you know, it was just a little funny thing to put in my video and have people be like, oh my god, she just so casually showed that she had 2 lines on her pregnancy test.
One user saying she also said her mom told her to do it. Like, girl, you're an adult. Which is a very shocking thing to read. I have seen some questionable things by her mother in the Reddit. Things that, you know, point to her not being the greatest of people. This is another example of her not taking accountability and using someone else as an excuse. This time her mother. But then there is more evidence that points to this being pre-planned and a little bit more delusional than we thought. Here's her posted again saying the pregnancy test was obviously a joke. I'm sorry. Crying face emoji. She even posted a baby photograph, apparently. Here's another one of her saying the pregnancy test was obviously fake and a joke, more so a prank. I wanted to prank y'all. No reason to be so mad. And then at the bottom here, insanely says, I wasn't looking for abort money. One user saying, you're so weird, bro. Isn't this like the second time you've done this? Her saying, it's not. Never done that before.
Drew a line on a pregnancy test and put it in one of my joke videos. And used it in the clip for, what, like 1 second? And the line was literally so scribbly you could tell it was fake. Like, that's the only reason why I just think that it's a little weird that people are upset. Somebody sent me baby clothes.
And again, it was not obvious to me that this was a joke. And in fact, this doesn't seem like you're joking.
That's something that I have to keep between me and my doctor. And I can't talk about anything. Last year, JoJo Siwa faked being pregnant. Oh my god, how the fuck could she do that? Ew. That's so gross. Ugh. Imagine faking being pregnant. Y'all wanna see? Nah, y'all can't see my tummy belly, but faking that syndrome is wild. What syndrome? Oh, I'll give you a story time. No, I won't. You thought. The baby thing is for attention, obviously. Okay. Now y'all just wait. 9 months.
Yeah, that didn't sound like a joke. And what's this conversation between Preston and her mom? She is not pregnant, crying face emoji. She drew a lot on a test because I wouldn't take her to get a surrogate. If I told you. That's the last thing she or I need, especially with the internet attention and lack of stability. The mother says that's a sick joke, but it gets even more delusional than that when you see this.
Crying, you do everything you can to stop them from crying until they finally fall asleep.
And what happens when you have this child and you're pregnant and you go through this sickness that every woman goes through during pregnancy?
Not every woman goes through postpartum, I don't think.
Well, they have symptoms, I would assume. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. Anyways, you're going to have some sort of symptoms where you are sick.
I fight, and I will fight,
But you have
and I will fight, and I will fight, and I will fight for my baby.
Callie.
And I'll fight for my baby. Till I die, I fight for my baby.
So, if you kill yourself because you cannot handle the sickness,
I won't.
And you leave a child behind.
I won't leave a child behind. I'm not going to do that to anybody or anything or anyone.
That's the last thing that you need. A child is...
One user saying she needs serious help. Another, she's like gone. Another, I literally can't defend her anymore. If you take everything at a whole, it puts it within the realm of possibility that she attempted to fake a pregnancy, probably to get clicks and views and money into her GoFundMes or something like that. She got caught, and then tried to play it off as a joke. This is what it looks like to me. This, at least it's within the realm of possibility. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But it actually gets worse than that. She self-admitted that she does things for rage bait. Which, if you don't know what that means, it means she does things for the sheer shock value for clicks and views to get engagement and people to her scams.
I said I also often take pregnancy tests, and I held up a pregnancy test where I drew an extra pink line on it to make it look like I was pregnant. Casually. And I just thought that it was funny because of how casual I was, just like, yep, pregnancy test. And then it was such a short clip, and then basically the video ended. And then people were freaking me out, and they learned that it was fake.
A user saying, I can't believe I donated to her. Another saying, my heart goes out to the mothers who have lost their babies. My heart goes out to the mothers who cannot conceive. My heart goes out to all mothers. Just so we're clear, I want you to know that you guys are out here donating her money. She's using that money that's donated to her to buy pregnancy tests so she can create shock content, so she can get sympathy, so she can get more money for more pregnancy tests. But if you think that's bad, just look how she used the passing of her dog for clicks and views.
What are those stains on the floor? Oh, one can only wonder. What is that? A dead rodent. Callie's been gone for 5 days. Moldy pumpkin. I was feeding it to my dog because he's sick. All the stains on the floor, all that shit on the floor. It's actually...
She said that she just fed her dog moldy pumpkin.
The stains on the floor, all that shit on the floor. It's actually shit. At least that's what I would like to believe. At least that's what I'm telling myself to comfort myself. How the fuck can I find comfort in the fact that my dog is sick and anorexic and nobody has taken him to the vet? They're just like, oop.
This says I'm scared of it. He's also not my animal. I would do more if I could drive my vehicle, but it's states away because I am a dumb A. My parents are very capable, but just choose not to. I don't know if it's laziness or they just ignore it. I don't know. He's been sick for weeks now. I need advice on what to do. He won't eat. Just so we're clear here, that what she's saying, that's animal neglect.
I'm gonna give him some tapeworm pills. I'm not trying to bash or shit my family, but the dog can do that all he wants to. And I'm gonna leave that in the fucking floor. I would clean it, but it disgusts me way too bad. Not only does it disgust me, but I just don't see how everybody can just walk past it and not give a f. It's incredibly triggering for me to look at and just wonder, hey, what is that? But then I remember my dog is sick. So yeah, here's just a couple of the stains. I did try to wipe one up with Lysol, didn't work too well. And here's one by the cords. And now that I'm done doing my work, because what else is there to do? I can't really do anything. I just want out of here. And I already ruined my life. Here's a fun little funny fact. The pillows I get from my Amazon wish list are used to protect the outlet from the leaky ceiling. And I'm not trying to shit on my family, but it rains in the living room. And the least you can do is fix the leak. What the
So I hope this painted a picture for you. Now, here's the dog GoFundMe. The timeline's laid out like this. Kaylee made a post asking what to give the dog for an upset stomach. A few days later, someone asked how the dog was doing. Dead mice were found near the dog's kennel with organs hanging out, possible poisoning. Kylie returned home after being gone for 5 days and saw the dog was actively vomiting and having bowel movements. She called him anorexic, and more dead mice were found around the house. She later said the dog was getting better, and her dad didn't think the situation was serious. More throwing up and bowel movements were noted over time. Kaylee and Preston finally took the dog to the vet. She posted a video asking for donations, but shortly after announced the dog was being put down. The post remained up for some time after the dog had already been euthanized. Kaylee had said her dad's girlfriend had given the dog dewormer multiple times and that the ultimate cause of the demise was a chicken bone stuck in its GI tract. And then she was questioned about this in a live stream.
He was put down, and your post asking for donations for him was kept up for a long time.
Oh,
So what happened to those donations after he was already put down?
after he was put down.
Yeah, and you kept getting donation because the post stayed up.
I think that's just in my savings now. I hope y'all know that I wasn't donated that money before. I wasn't donated that money before he was put down. I was donated that money.
Also donated money before because you had that post up before and after.
You said people donated after.
Both.
A lot of the donations were, I posted an update after he was put down because I couldn't afford the thousands and thousands of dollars it was going to cost to save his life. Because it would have cost thousands of dollars to save his life.
You had $3,000 at the time, though.
I did, and it would have costed more than that because it was $1,000 a night at the vet.
And then you also got donations and continued to get them after he was put down because you didn't tell them until way later that he was put down.
I told them right whenever he was being put down. I posted it the same day.
I remember you posting that.
I posted it the same day. I posted it minutes after. I was saying that I didn't know what to do. I wasn't like there and I was like, oh my God, donate to me. I was saying I don't know what to do or how I'm going to be able to afford it. From my memory, I wasn't asking for donations. This is all I have left. And what happened was...
Not update TikTok.
What?
You did not update TikTok.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was only on Instagram and
Yeah, but you did still have the donation post up on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.
You did not update on TikTok.
All right. Well... Yeah, I noticed that I only had 2 posts on my Instagram and 1 on my TikTok. Because I posted 1 to TikTok, and then I posted 1 to Instagram, and then I uploaded it to Instagram because that's where I was getting the most feedback at the time of what
you updated later. I want to confirm that. You did, but not until way after the dog had been put down.
Yeah. Yeah.
On TikTok specifically.
That day was a really, really hard day, obviously. That day was a day that I spent, like, I don't know, over 500, a little over 500, 400, 500, just for the euthanasia of Rambo. And, I wouldn't have, what makes me so, upset about the situation is the fact that if I waited to take him, because the vet said he could survive another night. If I waited to take him to the vet the next day, and I had those posts up about him, then I could have saved his life. But he's dead now, and it's my fault. So
I wouldn't say it is your fault. I think people are mad about the donation aspect of it, but I would not say it's your fault because that dog had been mistreated.
She avoided the question with emotion multiple times, which is even stranger when we read this message from her mother. I took my boys over for his burial and said my final goodbye. Kaylee still has her post up asking for donations to help the dog too. I don't know what to do. I went over there yesterday with my boys to bury a dog. Kaylee asked that I be cordial, so I didn't even make eye contact with the blanker or address him in any way. But I get there, Kaylee's guitar had come in, and Dad and Kaylee are singing songs. I'm trying to hold back tears. She rushes to ask me if I'm crying, almost excitedly. I tell her I'm fine because I don't want to break down. Her brothers feel the same, and she rushes to ask them if they're fine. I don't know, it's just not making sense. It seemed like it was more of a party. I understand people grieve different. He was still warm when I touched him. I couldn't stay. She did say she had received more than enough money to cover the $1,000 surgery, but the doctor said he likely won't survive because of his emaciated state. I don't know why she's still receiving money. User said, dang, was Preston in the house with her dad? I'm going to share this to Reddit if that's alright about the 1,000. And besides the mother exposing the daughter, this was just revealed a couple days ago. Blanketed, of course, with avoidance of accountability and excuses that it was somebody else's fault. Titled, She Just Deleted This.
I'm gonna come forward about, but I'll go ahead and say it now that the money that y'all raised for Rambo after Rambo died, because he needed that surgery, y'all raised around $8,000 and he spent $6,000 of that on a brand new laptop for himself.
One user saying, oh, so she's finally saying where all the money for Rambo went. Suddenly now she needs someone else to blame for her BS. Why couldn't she just admit this before? She had no problem detailing that he was hurting her, stealing her money, etc. Why cover up and lie about him supposedly taking the surgery money for a laptop? Why continue to beg people to donate when all the money is just being funneled directly into his lap? Another, she really can't take accountability for anything. Just so we're clear, not a single dollar went to that dog. All the donations that you gave, none of them went to the dog. It went to the almighty dollar, okay? Now that we've got that cleared up, let's talk about the house burning down. Before we talk about that, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like it and support what we do here on the channel, consider subscribing, smashing that subscribe button, the like button, and commenting your favorite color. Engagement helps push out the video, thanks.
Hey motherfuckers, come with me to clean my house. Just kidding. Anyway, we just lost absolutely everything, including the life of a bearded dragon because the ceiling was collapsing and nobody had time to save her. That was her enclosure. This was my childhood home. This leaves my father with no clothes. All of my brother's belongings have been destroyed. All of my family's belongings have been destroyed, and the fire department says nothing is salvageable. I've created a GoFundMe for my family. Lucky for me, I was in a hotel, so I had enough clothes to last me about a week. But I lost all my shoes. This is all I have. I'm not complaining because they lost everything. I was going to move out, and I had all of my stuff that I was moving out with in a storage room, brand new, bought by you guys from an Amazon wish list. I can no longer have an Amazon wish list because I do not have an address anymore, because this house is burned down. That's my bedroom. I just wanted to make this video to spread awareness that I have created a GoFundMe, because my family is left without a house, without clothing, without shoes. They're left with nothing. And I'm the luckiest person here because I was left with a little bit of something. I was left with a little bit of clothes and some personal hygiene things. But they were not. They have nothing. If anybody is willing and has anything extra, the GoFundMe is linked in my link tree and my bio on TikTok. You are not obligated to do anything. You do not have to do anything. But it would be greatly appreciated by everybody if they just had a fucking place to sleep. Nobody has a bed. We have no furniture. We don't have a house. We don't have clothes. We have nothing. So thank you if you're willing. And if you can't, it also helps to just, watch the video.
Okay, so there's some nuance here. It's absolutely 100% tragic that something like this would happen to leave these people homeless. My heart goes out to them. But at the same time, you can empathetically feel bad about it, but at the same time, not trust the GoFundMe. I feel like this is axiomatic. This was the GoFundMe here, healing hearts and lives after losing our family home. Over 60,000 was ultimately raised. Now, apparently the money was said to have been going straight to the father. Obviously, there was no evidence of this, but plenty of evidence that Preston's bank accounts were linked to all of her accounts. And even in this fundraiser, it said Kylie Watkins is organizing this fundraiser. So this is a leaked message from Preston. And honestly, we got to put two and two together when Preston, the mother, and everybody's just leaking things. It makes you got to think like, well, is this all for content? But anyways, this is what the email said. Dear Kaylee, we're sending you a message to tell you that after further review, your GoFundMe fundraiser was removed because it violates our terms of service, which you can view here. Specifically, the content of your fundraiser falls under our prohibited conduct section, term 2, fundraisers that are fraudulent, misleading, inaccurate, dishonest, or impossible. Our terms of service, along with strictly enforced policies from the payment industry, prohibit GoFundMe from allowing your fundraiser to continue raising money on our platform. Any donations made to your fundraiser that have not already been transferred to the bank account, that's important, on file have been refunded. Those funds will arrive back to the donor's bank accounts within 3 to 7 days. If you feel like you've received this message in error, please respond to this email and a member of the Trust and Safety team will assist you. Thank you for understanding. And here are some receipts of some of the refunds. And again, over 60,000 were raised. There's no way to know how much was withdrawn to the bank account. All we know is that it likely didn't go to the father. And there were multiple people in the comments saying that they hadn't got a refund or they were still waiting on a refund. And then Kaylee made this comment. Everybody has been refunded from the GoFundMe for the house fire, so we kind of have to build off of nothing. I have followers helping me stay in an Airbnb while I don't have a vehicle and I'm sort of stranded in town with no family. Hearing everyone was refunded did make me kind of sad today, though, because my father still has no idea that he won't be getting a new home, although he thought he would with the money raised. The user saying, did anyone else see this on her new IG Reels post in her comments? Is this true? Is she capping again? Like, what is with the guilt trip? He thought he would be getting a new home with the money raised? Well, yeah, he could have if you and Preston didn't scam everyone. So users were very quick to call Kaylee out. One user saying, has anyone reported Kaylee to the police for stealing $60,000 yet? Another saying, she alleges it was all refunded, yet the donors have never received a refund. And guess what? When confronted on a live stream, she, again, knew nothing about it.
People say that you guys have ran with the $60,000 that's in his account.
His account?
That's what some people think, yeah.
All right. Well, listen to me. I never and never will ever look at this man's phone. Ever. Because I don't fucking trust him. I don't trust a man. And I'm not about to get my heart broke. But I can't, there's nothing I can tell you about his bank account. I know nothing about it. I know nothing.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you don't trust him at all, even though he has access to your money, that you can, take your card off those accounts. It is very easy to do so, but I digress. You don't trust him. And that's why you're not looking to see if there's potential scams or stealing going on. Okay.
It did go to his account. He never told me. And I don't know about that. If it did go to his account, then that would be extremely fucked up. I disagree, or I highly doubt it did. I don't think it did. But if it did, then I don't know about it. I account. And I got proof of that. But I also have his bank statements. If he comes back here, I have his bank statements. So
here's the thing is this has happened multiple times. The second she found out, she should have put a stop to it. She didn't, so she's complicit. She's benefiting, she's complicit. The end result is that you and other people get hurt. She's the common link. So this is a 40-minute read that starts off with, I did not scam you. I did already read this. I'm not going to read the whole thing in this video, but you can go check out the link if you want to. I'm going to give you the summary of it and the most important parts. She states that before the fire, she was at a Super 8 motel with her boyfriend, and she had come visit during holidays and never left, and saying we were there not because we were estranged from my father's home, but because we didn't want to take up extra space. She says, I wasn't home when the fire started. It was around 11 p.m. when my mother called. I was asleep. Her voice broke through the silence with words I'll never forget. I didn't react first, just shock. The first thing I asked was, is everyone alive? She said, yes, everyone except the lizard. About the GoFundMe. When I learned my father had no insurance on the house due to legal complications, I created the GoFundMe, not for me, but for him and for everyone who lost something in that house. I never expected it to reach its goal in such a short amount of time, but as it gained attention, so did the speculation. People mass reported it for being fraudulent. Without ever asking for the truth, this triggered an internal review by GoFundMe's risk team. She admits that she misspoke, saying, "I was grieving, I was manic, I went live on TikTok in the middle of it all, I misspoke. I made things worse. For that, I'm truly sorry." And she also says specifically about the money. She states that GoFundMe reached out to her father directly to confirm that he was indeed the recipient. Emails were exchanged between him and their risk team to verify details, discuss the transfer plan, and determine how the funds would be handled. They gathered information from the fire department, they did bank statements, they did any type of coordination that they needed to give evidence that what happened so that they could get the funds, and finally, they did in fact get the funds. She ends it off by saying donations for this fundraiser will remain disabled indefinitely. If anyone still wishes to help, you're welcome to do so freely and directly, either through my father's Cash App or through the options listed on my link tree. So was it a scam? Well, I don't think there's any clear evidence that says that this specifically is a scam. Although, I wonder what would have happened if GoFundMe hadn't forced her to give them her dad's bank information. But I guess we'll never know, and good that the money went to the father. Hopefully they got them a down payment on a house or something that helped their life situation. That being said, it appears that one anecdotal account claiming to be the older brother said, "I'm someone that knows her well and stayed in the house with her. I was on and off about staying there. My dad wasn't in a good place mentally and the house wasn't taken care of like it was supposed to, but I don't blame him. He didn't have coverage on the house and he fell into a deep depression for a few years. I remember Kaylee deliberately creating a mess, then posting it like she was cleaning up someone else's mess. Her mentality is sickening and is based on her being a victim and making my whole family look bad, and I'm sick of it." He says, "I grew up with her and her whole life she's sharing on social media is either a lie or blown way out of proportion. Her tics didn't start until she was around 15 to 16, and I believe it's all for attention." These are the tics that are in question.
Bet you didn't see. I don't even. Sorry. Yeah, you wish. I do not need to have a tic attack. Tic attack and a hawk. He's trying to trigger my tit. Dick. Okay, he's trying to trigger. Is there an outlet?
Every negative thing that anybody else says about him, he will take out on her later. That's how it works.
That is facts. Sorry, I'm trying.
One user saying, "Please don't tell me she added a meow to the tics now," laughing face emoji. Another saying, "I've seen her do this multiple times in some lives and literally no tics on all the others." Shaking my head, "I hate disability fakers," throwing up emoji. Another, "This was the only time during that live I saw her tick." Me too. I've watched countless lives. I've watched her be more stressed than this. Never once saw a tick. She only ticks when someone mentions it. Another saying, "Yes, she's definitely faking the Tourette's, which is just absolutely horrible to do. Of all things she'll regret later in life, this will be the main one. This will haunt." I don't think that's going to be the main one. The brother goes on to say, "I would like to address that Kaylee wasn't there when the fire happened, so she wouldn't know what took place. It was an electrical fire that started in the attic, and that said yesterday was BS. Like she was speculating that her dad's dog that passed away before the fire took place might have played a part in the fire happening, but she wasn't there, and it kind of sucks that she talks like she was there. And her wanting to play the hero with the reputation she's already built on social media trying to make my family look like scum is a sad, pathetic behavior coming from her. Her victim main character syndrome is the whole reason she has a reputation, and it's built on lies and claims that are blown way out of proportion. I wish the best for her, but this is sickening. By the way, I'm the oldest brother. I don't care anymore at this point, so you know who I am." Honestly, for us big brothers, I feel like it's best just to stay quiet and let this crap show go on because it's out of our control, dog. No point in putting a strain on yourself over someone that can't see the wrong in their own actions. She has a mental disorder that she basically goes against everyone that has some type of authority over her, and will make that said person look like a monster until she gets what she wants. It was bad throughout the childhood, but now it's on a whole different level of bad, dude. It's best for everyone to just give her a mass unfollowing and stop giving her attention because she doesn't deserve the pity or sympathy. She milks it. Last night, she made a headline on her TikTok saying, "Send the galaxy so I can confess to the internet lies." Like, how the F do you think this is going to pan out for you? And I believe she's on medication that the doctor prescribes her, but she also drinks and goes live, so that might be what you're seeing from her. And despite all the GoFundMes, she still e-begs for Uber rides, medications, hotels, food, and lots of other things. Here's her asking for Uber here. Have to get an emergency hotel, 26 to my name type beat. Anybody got a clue what places will let me stay one night with that much? Could someone help me get some bath products? I don't have shampoo or deodorant. Sorry about this. I hate doing this. Renting has just left me with nothing. Y'all are all appreciated. I'm sorry. And here's her continuing to ask for money. Saying sacrificing meals just to stay housed is insane. Blank this S word. 50 copay to see my doctor about my blood sugar dropping to 60 today, and I can't afford that. Hate to do this again, but can somebody help me get a glucose monitor because of my fainting and my blood sugar? Help me afford my medication. I'm tired of ending up in the hospital. I have 45 cents after paying rent. Of course, you're not obligated. Just need help now more than ever. Can somebody help me get groceries so I don't have to eat fast food? Nobody has to, but I physically am repulsed by fast food and I haven't been able to eat right in days. It's bad. So if anyone can help me get groceries, I would really appreciate that. Can anybody help me get some food? LMAO? JK, unless. And she was called out about this in a live stream, and she had the weirdest response.
Do you know what dry begging is? Have you ever heard of that term?
I've heard of people saying that I'm doing that, and I had never fucking understood how I was doing that or what the fuck it means. No.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what dry begging is then, because you are a dry beggar, and that is exactly what you do. Okay? Dry begging is when you go on to a social media platform like TikTok, like what we're doing right now, and you say things like, I don't know where I'm going to live next. I don't know how I'm going to afford my rent money. I don't know where I'm going to get my next meal, but don't worry, guys. It'll be okay. Also, here's my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. But you don't have to donate to me. But I'm very worried about how my future's going to be. Dry begging is telling people you're in a precarious situation without explicitly asking them for donations. And that's one thing that really led to me not liking the content that you produce, and what led to a loss of support from me was your consistent insistence on being somebody who doesn't ask for donations, who doesn't beg, but within the same breath, you talk about how you don't know where you're going to live, you don't know what you're going to do next, and that you have absolutely no help and no resources, and also link where people can donate to you. Okay? You're a dry beggar, Callie. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now by talking about how you're going to be kicked out of this rental.
No, I am not dry begging by doing that. I can afford something else. I am not asking anybody for anything. I can afford something else. I'm making money. I can afford something else. That was not dry begging. Me making the statement that I am going to be kicked out of here because I screamed is not dry begging. I will tell you that one.
She didn't know why, and she didn't know she was asking for money. Come on, guys.
Begging. Me making the statement that I am going to be kicked out of here because I screamed is not dry begging. I will tell you that one. If that makes people donate to me, I don't know why it does, but okay. And I can say, yeah, I guess I have dry begged. I have said things that were true. They were true, that I wasn't gonna have anything to eat. There's like, I wasn't gonna have a place to stay, and I've definitely done it. Yeah, I've definitely done it. I've done it. Not knowing that I was basically doing it.
One user says, I can afford something else. Okay, girl, then please never ask for donations again. And you heard her say that. She's got plenty of money, and it turns out that she does have thousands and thousands of dollars, as you'll see. She benefits from donations, promotes fundraisers, and drops hardship stories on public platforms with donation links nearby. And pretending not to know why somebody would donate after hearing these things is insulting to everyone's intelligence. But she did end up getting a job.
Never mind the cleaning business. I just got a job to work for Airbnb because of my last video.
She started uploading videos saying, come with me to work. Hashtag for you page. Hashtag for you. Viral.
Sorry for all the commotion. I couldn't let me record so much while I was on the clock, but I did just want to let my followers know that I do now have a job. It is a cleaning job. I am cleaning apartments. I mopped walls today, y'all. They gave me sneakers since mine burned in the fire, and I'm making money. I worked for 5 hours today, and I'm really proud of myself because I only had one panic attack. I've been offered a lot of opportunities today, and I'm considering taking them. I'm really tired, and I work again tomorrow. Today was a really huge day for me, but I'm also very excited to say that I am employed. Since all you mean motherfuckers telling me to get a job, I did. This was my focus phase. I was working on a bunch of stairwells in these apartments. Apparently I haven't been clean in over a year, some of them. I worked in about 4 apartments today. Absolutely love my coworkers. They are nice. A lot of tough love, but I love them to death. They are amazing. For those of you who think I am in a bad situation, just so my coworkers also really care about me. I'm very happy to be getting socialization after not being able to have that for a very long time. I could have really used a steam cleaner here. I really only recorded the first room that I did, well, the first apartment. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I had a lot of conversations today, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to deal with this and not be too triggered. And I still cannot get over how grateful I am. They supplied me tennis shoes after mine burned in the fire. They also fed me, so I'm extremely happy about that as well. It can only get better from here. But yeah, so far on my first day, I really love my job. So thank you all so much for coming along with me. Thank you for watching this video. It helps a lot with extra. I'm sorry to everybody that I've disappointed. I promise to make you proud. I fucking promise to make you proud. Here's a little before and after. I think I did amazing with that. Here I'm just scrubbing the floor. I didn't do much, but I just wanted to prove to y'all that I do have a job now. And I was just really excited to share that with my followers. And it's a cleaning job. Thank you so much.
Not only was she employed, but her boss and coworkers were helping her out a lot. She posted saying, "Let's try on clothes I got from my boss because she's moving out and I recently lost a lot in a house fire." Additionally, the coworkers helped her open her own bank account, which is significant.
But I did open a new bank account today. With my coworker who's trying to save me.
So everything seemed to be pivoting in a good direction, but it didn't last as the boss posted this. A user named Beth says, "Dear Lord, I'm her boss. I've offered her her own effing apartment. I told her I would furnish it and everything. Matter of fact, about 6 hours after this video, she Ubered to my office and I took her to an Airbnb. She said she was tired, so I left her to sleep, and when I came back to check on her later, she was gone with him being Preston. Her location was off, and when I left, he knew nothing about this Airbnb, so she clearly, purposely turned her location back on and left with him willingly. Yes, she's in a bad situation. Yes, he's not a great person, physically, mentally, and verbally, all the above. He belongs in the trash can somewhere. But she's also using her situation to get y'all's money. Trust me, she's got plenty in the bank. She could go wherever the F she wanted." One user says, "That's exactly what we thought. Thank you for confirming." Boss responds, "The fact that she left with him, we'd have no reason to feel sorry for her anymore, and the cash flow would stop. She's made over $60K in donations." I don't know if that's $60K in addition to the $60K from the house fire. Unsure. Probably. It's probably within the realm of possibility. So she was up in the air, disappeared, no one knew where she was. Well, she surfaced again at a hotel with Preston, and an incident occurred.
Nothing physically. What's going on? I just got locked out of my own room. And I can't get the keys to the car to sit down and be alone. But it's alright. He set an alarm. So he's going to bed, so I guess I'm sleeping in the hall.
So she's out in the hallway live, talking about how she's afraid of Preston and she's lost access to her accounts.
I did lose access to the account, and then I regained access to the account after I abided by every rule that I had to follow in order to regain access to it.
She had to abide by every rule? That does not sound good. Eventually, hotel staff approached her and...
Life is too short to be with anybody that's going to mistreat you, because I promise you, when you get older and you get to be my age, you're going to look back and you'll wish you hadn't wasted one day on somebody that's not going to be good to you, okay?
Oh, that hurt a lot.
I know it's hard because I've been through it, but...
I'm cool with it. I gotta do it.
You have to.
I know. Everybody's telling me.
You have to. There's too many people in this world that would be good to you. And anybody that hits on you, they don't love you, baby. And it won't change.
I know.
Because it's just in this part of who they are.
I know. It's hard because, it's that I need to get over. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna get over it.
You just need to look at yourself every day in the mirror and say that you love yourself. And that's It's not worth it.
Yeah, I can't keep fighting for nothing out, but I have to stay here because if I don't, I'm homeless. Dad's in the hospital now, and I can't stay with him.
They eventually give her a key so she regains access to the room again, and she tells Preston that the live is muted so he wouldn't be able to be heard, which is a lie, and then we hear Preston when he thinks no one can hear him.
I'm gonna change it to warm for a little bit. Yes, hang on, let me mute. Let me mute. Look. If you will, what?
What'd you come in here and do?
What do you mean, what did I come in here and do? I came in here and
Where's my key?
Where's your key? Your room key?
Why'd you come in here and get the wallet?
Because I was gonna go talk to Sheila.
Why?
Because I wanted to talk to her.
About what?
I just wanted to talk to her.
What'd you talk to her about?
She's too busy.
What'd you talk
Anything, she's too busy.
Callie, what did you talk to her about?
Nothing, I didn't talk to her about anything.
Callie,
She's
come
too
here.
busy.
Right now, come here.
Yeah,
What are you gonna talk to her about?
then I'm just gonna talk to her.
About what?
Relationship advice.
No, you're not gonna talk to her about shit.
Okay.
So he's being controlling for certain, both mentally and emotionally, being a terror.
Sorry. Sorry.
What'd you say online?
I haven't said anything bad on the live.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Sheila don't give a fuck about you.
What?
I said Sheila don't give a fuck about you, her. Is it muted?
Yes.
What's wrong with you? Why are you on live right now? I'm trying to sleep.
Well, I'm not going to sleep. I got work in the morning.
Okay, well then get the fuck off live and lay down so you can...
I'm not sleeping because if I sleep, I'm just gonna be more tired.
Okay, well, Callie, you have work in the morning, so...
I have work in the next few hours.
Okay, well, you don't know that.
I'm waiting for Beth to reply to me and let me know when I work.
Okay, well, Callie, you should work up to 12, so you should get some rest until then.
I'm not resting. I'm not
Okay, well, then have
tired.
fun being tired at work.
I'll have fun being tired at work. At least I'll sleep good tomorrow. Tonight.
Yeah, okay.
I will.
Fuck you trying to talk to Sheila for it.
I just wanted to talk to her because she's being nice to me.
Okay, cool. Why are you in the lobby?
I was in the lobby because I got locked out of the room because you wouldn't give me the keys.
Okay, well, I don't need you out of the room, but...
Well,
You got your own key, right?
no, I don't.
How'd you get back in the room?
She had to get me back in the room.
Okay, then you get your own key, bro. I don't know what the problem is.
I should have got my own key.
Well, you have one. We have multiple keys. You should keep up with yours.
I just don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
I just don't get it.
You don't get what?
I don't get it. How you can be so mean.
How? No, come here. How am I being mean?
You're just constant.
Kelly, I'm not mean, bro. I'm just telling you. I don't want you in the car.
You don't want me in the car.
No,
Why?
because you have a room in here and you can just...
Interestingly enough, you heard him say that he doesn't want her to go sit in the car that he didn't really buy it. Other people bought it. A way of scamming.
No, I just don't want to be around people.
Kelly, you are going to be around people. I don't need you running the car gas down.
I won't even have the car cranked. I just want the light.
Okay, well, bro, you don't need no light. That you fucking have the... You have to have the car on if you're going to have the light on.
Whatever. I'm
Callie,
just
now,
continuing
I'm
my
not done
life.
talking to you. I'm not done talking to
I'm just gonna continue my life.
you. Not done talking to you.
Then you come here. You come here.
I am laying in the fucking bed because I've been up.
You've been up for what, 5 hours?
No, I've been up ever since fucking, I don't know, 6 p.m. It's almost been 12 hours.
Alright, so
Yeah, it's fucking bedtime. You need to sleep.
it's bedtime for you. Go to bed.
Okay, well, hey, you're fucking not okay right now, and you don't...
I am not unstable.
Okay.
I am fine right now. I didn't do anything online.
What you been saying? Say anything about me?
No.
Are you unmuted?
No, I'm not unmuted. I'm staying freaking muted.
Are you sure you didn't do anything?
What do you mean?
Don't lie to me.
Don't lie to you how?
Don't lie to me.
Don't lie to you about what?
You went out of this room at the beginning. You can do whatever you want. So what'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, what
I just said that I was in the hallway, that I couldn't come back in the room because You didn't give me the key. You took the wallet out of my hands.
Callie, stop talking about me. I'm done with that shit. Keep my name that shit fucking out. I'm done. I didn't give you that shit because I didn't want you in the car. You should have taken the keys if you wanted to get the keys.
I tried. You took them away from me.
I took the key. I took the car keys. Not the room key.
Dude.
Not the room key, Callie. I did not tell you that you couldn't fucking get back in the room. So stop making this shit look like I'm not letting you in the fucking room.
Well, I'm sorry for making it look like that. I didn't mean to make it look. I didn't mean to make it look like you weren't letting me in the room.
Fix that shit, because I didn't fucking do that. I took the car keys, so you couldn't go to the fucking car right now.
I just wanted to sit in the car and be alone, so that I don't disturb you, because obviously you're trying to sleep.
I don't care what you fucking do. Just please go to sleep.
I'm not tired. That's why you should let me go to the car.
I don't want anybody in the car.
You don't want anybody in the car.
You need to stay in here and rest.
When are you gonna realize or remember that I bought the car?
I don't care what you did or did not.
So obviously this was a live stream and everybody was very concerned, so they called the hotel and eventually somebody came to the room. And honestly, I really can't see it any other way than, and just based on all the past experience of this person, what we went through thus far, I don't see it any other way than they're doing these live streams on purpose for attention, trying to farm for sympathy, clicks, and views, seeking out difficulties. It's hard to see what is real and what is not.
Oh my god. Wonder what that could be. I'm gonna stay on live the whole time. What? Uh-oh. I don't know. Should I mute? I don't know.
Hi.
Hi.
Come here. Come out here.
Just me?
Mm-hmm. Are you okay?
Huh?
Somebody just told me that you were streaming and that you needed streaming live.
Streaming? Yeah.
And needed to get out of there.
Oh, no. I don't need to get out of here at the moment.
Okay, so we're going to have to do something about this because people are calling the front desk repeatedly.
Yeah, I know.
You're okay.
And you can see she's not shocked about this.
Are you streaming live talking about you need help and repeatedly?
I don't think... I know a lot of people are concerned for me. I have plans on leaving when he sleeps. I have a place to go. I have to Uber myself there. Here's my car. Get all my stuff and, get out.
If you need to get your stuff right now, we can get your stuff and you can come up front until you do whatever.
I just don't think I can do that today because I can't stay with them today. I have to wait until I have to talk to my boss about it. Because she wouldn't be expecting that. She'd be like, what? I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, so do you need out of there now?
He's not harming me. I don't need out of there at this moment.
Sounds like they were offering to help and she declined. So she goes back into the room with Preston, which prompts another barrage of questions.
You can help him as far as that goes. But Preston, I'm not in a relationship with you anymore.
We're not doing this shit. I'm sorry, but we're not.
You're listening to me when I tell you I'm not.
Yeah, we'll get better. So shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm trying to go to bed.
You don't love me.
I do love you, and I would love you if you would actually get off live and talk to me.
No, you don't love me.
Yes, I do.
And you told me last night.
Callie, you'll be okay.
That you never loved me.
Callie, stop. What?
That you hated me.
I don't hate you.
And you despise me, and you don't know what you ever saw in me.
Okay, well, that's because I was angry. Okay.
He becomes increasingly more aggressive as the live stream continues, and you can see when his paranoia kicks in.
Now, if the police show up, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do, but you're gonna shut the fuck up.
Well, I guess just prepare yourself.
I'm not preparing shit, bro. Because I don't know why the fuck they're calling for no goddamn reason.
Well,
what do you want to do? Huh?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I'm good. Like always.
Bro, you know, nothing's fucking happening and we're just laying down and you're on live being silent and weird. That's why they called.
Not being silent and weird.
Bro, you're literally on a live with a black screen and people are going to speculate anything and they're gonna call the fucking police. If they're calling this hotel, they're gonna call, someone's calling the police right now.
She responds to a viewer in the chat about a previous post that alluded to harm, and she said it was just a general statement.
You're good. What was the post about? Oh, it wasn't about S. You know, it's about A in every form. Financial. Special. Thank you for the gift. Abuse in every way, but I'm safe right now, so and by the way, I never scammed anyone. Why'd you delete that post? So I didn't get my ass whooped. What do you mean? Girl, you got my ass whooped last night.
And of course, she's in the room with Preston, so he overhears and then begins a line of questioning.
No. What am I talking about? What? I said, you know how easy it would be to throw me at the wall because of how much I weighed. I'm not talking about you, bro.
Okay.
I'm not talking about you, bro. Yeah, right now I'm gonna. What? I need to watch out.
Eventually, the police were called when there were DV claims. She posted this. He just married me with a piece of mozzarella stick, and there's like some stitches right here on her hand. Eventually, she goes live from the hospital and talks about the situation.
I'm in the ER, getting x-rays and brain scans done because of injuries done to my head and my hands and my body lately. So, police got involved. Right now. In the hospital. The police just left. They'll come back.
Eventually, a police officer enters the room and they engage in a dialogue where Kaylee says that she's not going to press charges on Preston.
Ask him if I can leave him with you, okay?
Really? I mean, I can't drive, but I still have to get my stuff out the car. What's happened? Do we know what's happening to him?
He's going to go to jail for domestic, okay, for simple assault with you. And he's going to talk to the judge. Feel like you may need, which I would say something. It's up
I
to you.
definitely need psychiatry and all this psychology.
Sometimes psychiatry is what you need, but sometimes just to have somebody to sit down and talk to and get things off your chest is an easy way to navigate and figure things out a lot easier than what you apparently have been having to do, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I've got to ask you this, all right? It doesn't change what we do, okay? As the state of Tennessee is going to press charges regardless, but I have to ask if you are going to press charges yourself.
I'm not.
You're not going to?
No, sir.
Okay, you're just not willing to do that?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm mad for everything.
All right, it says, I am a victim of domestic violence and affirm that this information is correct. Let's see where that is at. What's the instructions? Injuries, yes. Possible minor loss to victim was. I intend to press charges or to prosecute. I'm going to check no, okay? Because no is what you said.
So at this point, it's very obvious that the relationship is toxic and that Preston has some issues of his own. And apparently they are broken up, but there's contradicting information at this time. Kaylee's saying things that don't point to that being the reality. One Reddit post saying car sounds from the live, and what you're going to hear is the sound of the car and then compared with the sound from her phone. One user saying, right, can someone help me out here? I'm not disputing the sound is there. Of course, we can all hear it. But how? Is the background fake? Is the car in the room with us? Is she on the phone with him in the car and that's what's blasting out? Please help. Another user says, he must have pulled up outside in the car. So when you're close to it, your phone connects to the Bluetooth. to make hands-free calls or listen to music. Basically, her mic on her phone switched to the car mic, and that's why we can hear car sounds. He was pulling up and parking. Thanks so much. So this next part talks about SA and can be really difficult for people who have passed with this to hear. Even if you don't have a past with it, it's difficult to hear. So I'm giving you a warning now. And that being said, before we go further, I do want to say I really appreciate you for sticking with the video so far. And if you want to see more videos like this and updates on this specific topic, then be sure to smash that subscribe button and slap a like on the video. You can comment, Rep Squad, Best Squad.
I was robbed and raped in Memphis, Tennessee last night 3 times by a 50-year-old man. He was homeless, and although I don't have any money except for money for rent, or I did, I was taking money out of my savings to get him a hotel just for 2 nights. Because I wanted to help him. He spent $80 on the hotel and the rest on drags that he tried to force me to do. This happened orally, you know where, and the behind. And I will tell you, I've never been through anything more painful. A police report was done. A grape kit was done. You know what it inside of me. And my bank card has been disabled and I lost all my money. Therefore, I cannot pay rent in the next few days. All because I wanted to help a homeless man. I have damage to my cervix and bruises all over my body. And I don't want to be that bitch, but I really think that I need to make another GoFundMe. So I can afford rent, so that I can get my cat food, so that I can fucking eat. My boyfriend showed up after a failed ATM transaction because he had blocked my card right before I got disabled. And I stayed at that ATM for 15 minutes hoping he would find my location, and he did. He showed up and he called the police. And I love him more than anything because I think he saved my life. But please be careful around Memphis. Never walk alone. Never walk alone at night. And don't fucking talk to strangers.
So obviously there was a lot of people that didn't believe her, and that's unfortunate, especially because there seems to always be a GoFundMe of some sort attached to whatever scam she is making. So in response to somebody saying, I hate to say this, but I don't believe you, she says, makes me effing sick. And that's difficult because they obviously have reason because of so many times Wolf had been cried in the past. And it is unfortunate because this is a serious thing that happened. And if it did happen, then my heart goes out to you. But you got to understand why people are hesitant to give you money. She posted this document here. Notice the MRN number, but some viewers would still question it. One posting.
Hi everyone. People have noticed that Khalie's MRN number is not a valid MRN number, and this is what she has to say about it. She says that she doesn't even know what an MRN number is. This shows that she's not even taking the paperwork she's showing us seriously because it's all wrong filled out.
I did a little bit of research on the MRN numbers, and yes, it can be legitimate, especially in smaller local facilities or specialty clinics like the Shelby County Crime Crisis Center. Regional clinics are centers where fewer patients than large hospitals. Some systems do use short MRNs if their internal patient count is low. It's a specialty or standalone system. Forms do match the standard service documentation used by Tennessee crisis centers. As stated earlier, while most hospitals use 6 to 10 digits, smaller agencies or standalone centers must assign 3-digit internal IDs. The conclusion is nothing in these images seems fake. The 3-digit MRN, while unusual, is plausible given the type of facility. And if anybody wanted to, they can contact the Shelby County Crime and Crisis Center directly with the date, the encounter MRN number, and the patient initials to verify visit authenticity. And I'm sure one of you out there is going to do that, so let me know in the comment section what the verdict is. But users didn't stop there, they continued to find holes in her story. Holes in Kylie's original story time that she deleted, that you can find on Reddit or TikTok. She probably deleted it because she gave too much information of how she made bad decisions. She admits so herself, to drink alcohol with homeless people. What happened to Khalie is terrible, but you had a choice to go with them and had a choice to drink the drink. You did both of those things. Not hate, just confused about the holes in the story. So we're going to focus on the holes in the story while also mentioning that it doesn't matter if somebody made bad choices. If somebody chose to SA them, then that's a terrible thing that happened to them. I hope you could distinguish the nuance between that. Bad choices don't make it valid for somebody to be SA'd, okay?
That's whenever I realized I forgot my wallet, that I didn't have any money on me, or my ID on me. Nothing. And as you know, my phone is not working. It's not turning on.
This person says, I thought you said you didn't have your wallet on you. How did you pay for the hotel? And then she said, I didn't have my wallet, but I found my bank card in my purse. Let's go back to what she said.
That I didn't have any money on me. Or my ID on me. Nothing.
So that is a contradiction.
Unless I just left because I got mad at my boyfriend. He immediately just started trying to get me to go somewhere with him. And me having nothing to do, being angry at my boyfriend, I'm like, whoop, whatever. So I made the dumb decision to go with him and they're giving me alcohol. I look away from my drink for a second and I'm talking to this lady. Look away and in the corner of my eye it looked like he dropped something in my drink. But I wasn't sure and I wasn't gonna, accuse. I drank it anyway. I don't know, drags make people weird. Anyway, since he was homeless, I figured I was going to just buy him a hotel and leave, walk myself back home. So I withdrew $200 from the ATM to get him a hotel.
You also said you had no money.
I have $2 in my bank account and I really need a drink, but they all cost $3, so now I have to just deal with the hunger pangs rather than drinking them anyway. Any advice on how to get rid of hunger pangs when you can't access food? This is obviously a dry bag, but she again did say she didn't have any money. One user saying you can't get a hotel without an ID. Dang, man, that's tragic. We're going to bounce off this and go into another situation that has high contradictions and doesn't make any sense at a Starbucks. So this says Kaylee nodding off in a Starbucks heavily under the influence, or is she doing it for attention? Probably not. I think it's pretty obvious that this person has some issues with medication of some sort, be it illegal or legal. So you can see this lady shaking her to make sure she's okay. She's bent over. It looks like what looks to be nodding out. And I have seen people behave this way in person. It does reflect that. It looks like that, but we can't say for certain. Could be anything. Like this person says she's also on heavy anxiety meds, which can have the same effects. Now let's go over the different contradictions. Saying attempted, so hard just to be bullied online, worse than ever. So this is saying that she attempted to take her life. One person saying, is she trying to frame this as an OD attempt? Why would you attempt in public, in a Starbucks, after buying yourself a drink? Why can't she just admit she's an addict? Then she switched it to her blood sugar, almost made her faint.
I know a lot of y'all have seen that video of me passing out at Starbucks. I was released from the ICU today after being in there for 3 days. At the time this video was recorded, my blood sugar was below 50. I took a bite of my cake pop and immediately fainted. I have zero memory as to what happened afterwards, but as you can see, I'm breathing very heavy. I want to let y'all know that at that time I had a cake pop in my mouth. I was inhaling it, and I was choking on my food. While unconscious, being recorded without my consent, being told that what I was doing was faking it for attention. I didn't wake up until I was in the ICU, not understanding what was going on. And I'll tell you, I mixed a lot of stuff with my medication that night. I took my Seroquel, I took my Paxil. I took propranolol more than I was supposed to. And a drink. My EKG says that I was showing symptoms of a heart attack. I think the faint was from hypoglycemia. They also think it could have been an accidental overdose. I'm really not comfortable with videos of me online like that and being recorded without my consent by a worker who is supposed to be a professional, and I almost lost my life. My BPM dropped into the 50s while I was unconscious and choking. And to almost lose my life like that and be recorded in the process, and being told it was all for attention when I was completely unconscious, that's very disrespectful. I am doing better, and I plan to do better in the future. I am going to a recovery program because I am suffering with mental health extremely badly. But let's not record people without their consent whenever they're kind of choking to death. Imagine that was you. Y'all are calling it the fent fold. Clean as that, none of that was in my system. Somebody did give me something that day and told me it would calm me down, and I took it. 30 minutes later, that's when that happened, so.
You took something from a random stranger. You don't know what was in it, so it could have been the nods. It could have been something crazy like that. One user saying she went from saying it was a failed attempt twice to now saying it was an accidental overdose. She can't keep her story straight. She wants to milk as much sympathy as she can of every mishap in her life without taking accountability. Also, her saying someone gave her something that day to calm down. Kylie, just say you took drugs.
Told me it would calm me down, and I took it.
And her story does change a lot. She also made this post that says everything was so sweet. That was her saying that her blood sugar shot up and it was the cake pop. Then she changed it to what happened is still a mystery to me. And even the doctors can only theorize what happened to me in Starbucks that day. My system is clean of illegal substances. They theorize I accidentally overdosed on my psych meds. Everything I've said before was also a theory. I'm still finding out more through the medical records. My blood sugar wasn't the issue that day. I hadn't slept in over 24 hours. My body was incredibly stressed and I took way too much of my medication is the only thing I can think of to explain this video. And then she switches it back to hypoglycemia.
I think the faint was from hypoglycemia. They also think it could have been an accidental overdose.
And then she went back to saying it was an attempt. Doctors say I'm lucky to be alive, but I failed again. And then she, of course, called it a heart attack, to which she turned to social media to get money for healthy groceries.
Hey motherfuckers, let's unbag some groceries. Because I have decided I'm going on a diet. Because I think I had a heart attack and I'm only 18. So yeah, we need to fix that. I bought those because they have apple cider in them. I can barely reach where I put the sugar, but I just put it where it made sense. I found this sick aloe vera, decided to take it home with me. Because aloe vera is so beneficial. I don't f with Nutty Buddies, but he wanted Nutty Buddies, so he got them. And I'm going to be drinking these Wonder Beet juices. And then the ashwagandha tea and aloe vera drinks. There is a cranberry juice and Chobani yogurt because I'm getting obsessed with Greek yogurt and I know it's good.
I want to pause there and say that I know that she's just throwing in healthy foods just because they're deemed healthy, but I think it's important to say that not all foods are tailored towards you. Like, it can be at a genetic level. Like, everybody's got different genetics. Like, I have a specific COMT gene mutation and a MTR gene mutation, and there are certain things that I can eat that other people can eat just fine. I can digest this and other people can't digest that. So that's why it confuses me, because you'll get these people saying on TikTok and across the board that this is healthy or this is not healthy, and it's like, you can't definitively say this is healthy or this isn't healthy, because what could be considered healthy for you might not be so for someone else. So it's like, it's different. Possibly there are more scammers out there.
Also, this is my favorite fruit, if it's even a fruit. I love beets. Honey, because it's good for your immune system. I'm gonna mix it in my chamomile tea. Eggs, because I want to make breakfast. Got all of these things that we're gonna put in the skillet after I do the dishes, because I really fucking need to do the dishes. I don't know where bacon goes. Let me know if it goes in there quick, so I can know if I need to move it to the freezer. Anyways, put that shit in there. I got that because I wanted to try it, and these are the other products that I got. I needed a glass cleaner for the mirrors in the bathroom. But yeah, this is the situation now. Pantry, I don't really have a pantry, but all the drawers are stocked. Fridge is stocked. No more McDonald's, and I'm gonna be on a diet.
So things seemed very, very, very happy. And before we go further in this video, I do want to say that, did you know I have an Instagram? That's right, here it is, the .Repzilla. We're at 15.7 thousand followers. Will you be my 16,000th follower? We're gonna get to 16,000. This is also where you wanna go. My DMs are open, suggest me topics. I will respond. I will respond to you if you reach out. If you say something crazy, I will screenshot it and make fun of you and post it on my story. Don't do that. So everything was going happy, and then on May 13th, she posted this.
Come with me to try to clean quietly as my boyfriend is sleeping. The last thing I want to do is disturb him.
I guess she woke the beast because she said, "Someone please help me. I'm at 1500 Park Ave, Memphis, Tennessee. Stranded and my phone's about to die. He took all my money and I have no way home. I'm freezing. But I'm stranded because he took 600 from me."
Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. If anybody could come, because I've already called the police and it's been over 20 minutes and they're still not here. If anybody could come and help me, not be stranded in the freezing cold because it's raining really bad. Please help, because I just lost all my money. He just took $600 from me. Hey, so I changed my password on Venmo, thinking he would no longer have access to it. But it turns out he added his bank card, and now every time I get paid, he just takes all my money. I have no f***ing money. I don't know how to remove him, and I'm trying so hard to remove him from it. The cat isn't liking the cat food that she has right now. I was trying to buy her some new cat food, and I have to buy more cat litter, and I have money being stolen from me constantly. I don't know how to disconnect his bank account from it, but he has all my money and I have nothing. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a new Venmo account and a new PayPal account because I'm tired of all my money being stolen from me for no fucking reason. And don't you love whenever you ask, "Hey, can I have my phone?" and then it's slammed into your face?
Yeah. I love when that happens. I love when I get woken up, dragged out of bed, and then slapped in the face repeatedly, saying, you know what you did. But anyways, I'm broke, and all my money was just stolen from me.
Apparently, Preston attempted to defend himself, saying, he said, I'm not enabling or controlling this behavior, Miss Girl. I'm trying to stop this crap from getting worse. She's been this way before she ever met me, and I've had plans to turn her mentality around. Our mentality? Get out of Memphis and stop this online crap show and actually get jobs. But Khallie is now out here selling her body online behind my back while I'm sleeping. And I believe I seen on the Reddit today that he's actually taken a part in this in her online body selling. So, and also it's important to say that it has been also alleged that Khallie is selling pictures of her from when she was underage. That is absolutely 100% illegal. Here's one of her accounts here. Notice it says Flower Girl Playground, saying, help me help yourself out on here. Flower Girl Playground. It says 18 plus, only taking PayPal. One user saying the whole playground thing is actually really messed up and concerning. Another, she knows what she's doing. Playground, she's obviously pandering to P3DOs. So disgusting. Here she's got a Telegram link, and people do bad things on Telegram. Not saying that she's doing bad things on Telegram, just saying that people do bad things on Telegram. Blah. One user saying, does anyone else find it strange that in the story to get people over to her Telegram, she's wearing a children's clothing brand, shorts? I think she knows exactly what she's doing. I also can't confirm if she's actually wearing children's clothing. I don't know. Apparently, Preston is writing her captions on Instagram. Apparently, Preston broke up with Khallie, and the aftermath of this is, well, he posted on her account, because he has access, saying all of her bags packed on the street per request by the host. She can figure this out on her own. The ovulation test I found in the bathroom. And then Preston posts a recording when Khallie comes to the door. It says, if you can't live without me, then why did I find an ovulation test on the counter? Plus, every time you leave while I sleep, I hear another story on how you got raped. If you need me so bad, why are you trying to invite random men and women over to blank?
Preston, I can't live without you.
You can't be here, Khallie. You got trespassed. The host doesn't want you here.
I'm going to leave. I'm going to. I just don't want you to come back to me.
I'm not coming back to you.
What do I do?
You're an adult. Figure it out, just like I can figure it out.
But you're the one who basically... Can you stop recording me?
No, this is so I know you don't come inside this house. The host doesn't want you here.
I'm not coming inside.
They don't even want you on this property, and I have to go.
Can I hit that vape?
No.
What?
You just got your own vape.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you did. I had a transaction at this place or whatever that used my card on. So
no, I didn't. Please talk to me.
I can't.
Please talk to me. Preston, I need you.
And apparently the cops were called. Khallie with police snot after indirectly implying that she was going to take her own life and begging for me back. The police made me give Twinkle to her. I guess that's the cat. These will be deleted ASAP. Her crying and begging for me back at the door to be let in after the Airbnb host kicked her out. And then her posting, come get it, ladies. You should have smelled that. Oh.
I don't, everybody who doesn't know, I am single now. I am single now. Me and him are no longer together. He has a restraining order against me.
And then she posted a lot of accusations that were very bad about him. And I believe they're now back together and he's running the behind the scenes of her spicy content. So that's where we're at in the story. It's one of the craziest stories that I've ever came into contact with. And what I wanted to make this video for was there was a lot of people that made videos on this topic that didn't put across the fact that this young girl is harming other people, and there is no excuse for that. They would make excuses for her, saying that it was like almost dismissive of the fact that she's harming people. Listen, her circumstances are tragic. It sucks. I hate to see it. My heart goes out to her. I hope that she recovers and gets better. But at the same time, you can also hold her accountable for the actions and hurting of other people. She's manipulating other people. She's abusing other people emotionally. Like, this is not good stuff. And I'm here to make this video to say, do not donate to this person. Do not donate to people like this. Take that money and go give it to people who actually need it, who are going to do something with it. All you're doing by giving this person money is enabling their terrible habits, perpetuating not good things. So keep that in mind. With that being said, if you've made it this far in the video, consider becoming a member of the Rep Squad. And how do you do that? All you gotta do is subscribe, notification channel, be in the comment section after every single video, because I'm gonna be there and the rest of the Rep Squad community as well. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel, that's right, loves you. This video was made possible by all the awesome patrons. Thank you very much.